What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I am I'm very happy about one of the favorite games that I like to play. It's called 7 Days to Die, and they just had an update. It's the Alpha 20. This game came out 2013, and they've been updating it just about every year since then. Just making it better, making it better, making it better. Um, Somebody had made the statement that they're just in it for the money, but this game is only about 20, 25 bucks, and you can usually catch it on sale for either $7 or $10. And whenever you get the game off of Steam, you're able to load up the older updates. Like say I wanted to play Alpha 15, I could play Alpha 15, Alpha 16, Alpha 17, Alpha 18, Alpha 14, Alpha 13, all the way up to, like to the latest update. And what this game is it's a zombie apocalyptic game. So you are fighting zombies, but you set the difficulties at the levels that you are comfortable with. If you don't want to fight zombies, turn the zombies off. Um, Everything in this world can be taken apart and used as a resource to craft something else that you might need. If you need to dig down to get some dirt, some clay, then you do that. Just craft up a shovel, and you do that. Use the grass as fiber to craft things. Take apart cars. Take apart street lights, lights inside your house, sinks, faucets. You know what I'm saying? If you need electronical parts or mechanical parts, you take apart things that carry electronical parts or mechanical parts. Brass, lead, um, nitrate, um, iron, coal, all that shit. Anyway, they just did an update, and this is their streamers weekend, meaning they allow a certain certain people to play the game, and they give out gifts, keys to Steam, and they give out free games to people who don't have the game. But I'm just happy, man. I'm very thrilled that the game is coming out. I mean that the game has made another update. You know, it was mentioned that like I said, that they did this for money, but you know the case was proven that that's not the issue. They could have stopped at Alpha 15 because Alpha 15 was supposed to have been the closest to a complete game that they were going to do. But they wanted the game to do more, so they continued to work on it and continued to update it and upgrade it and things like that. They had a small team for a while there, so the updates just didn't come as fast. But I think he said that they're working with a 60 person team, and it took them a year to get this update out. And from what I've been seeing, it's everything that we've been waiting for. Now this video here, something is going on with her graphics. Something's going on between the first couple of hours that the game it came out. It was a couple of bugs, things like that. So whenever this game does an update and they give it to these streamers to play, they're trying to look for bugs so that way they can, knock the bugs out. Alright, so anyway, this video is about dreams. I have had a vivid imagination since I was a kid. And it was pretty bad for me to the point where it used to get me emotional because when I was a kid, going through puberty, I was a hopeless romantic, a sucker for love type person. I said type person. I didn't have relationships. I wanted relationships, but I didn't have relationships. My face features didn't grow into my body type. It's like I had a bump on my lip that was just real big. I had a flat nose, had big ears, but that shit eventually, as I grew up, everything balanced out and I didn't have any issues with girls. But during those puberty years, I was having a lot of vivid dreams, wet dreams, all kind of shit. And I used to draw. They used to have Jet magazines. They still have Jet magazines. It's 2021, and I believe they still have a Jet magazine. It's a magazine from a culture, brown folks, and in the middle they had a beauty of the week or beauty of the month, something like that. No, it was beauty of the week. And so I would take that and I would sketch those females. I would start off by doing the outline of what the actual model looked like, but then I eventually finished it with my own touches. And I had a collection of them, and folks, friends, family, whatever, would ask me, why was I drawing these females without faces? And I used to be like, man, it seems like I'm drawing my future woman, my better half. I just don't know what she looked like, in the face. And that's the only way that I could explain it. So when it comes down to my dreams, I've always had dreams of other, with other people in my dreams. And like I say, wet dreams as well. And I used to always wonder if these people were really out there. Because I was like, I don't want to wake up from this dream. The girl that I was having this dream about, oh my fuck God, she was just so wonderful. Man, I wish I had her in my life for real. And then sometimes I would actually have dreams of people that I actually knew or that I had met. So throughout all these years, I've always sat back and wondered, what if we did connect with people subconsciously? You know what I mean? Like, what if somebody had had a dream and I was in it? They don't know me, blah, 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 all that other kind of shit. Or they might have known me and all that other kind of shit. It's like my mother. My mother's dead, but she appears in my dreams. You know what I mean? I have dreams of other family members as well. I have dreams and other family members are in my dreams as well. So it's like, I be wondering if we connect with people, on a spiritual level, on an energetic level, you know what I'm saying? This universe is based off of molecules and neutrons and atoms and, things on the molecular level, things on the level of energy, vibrations, all that kind of shit. So even though I'm not into science enough to know more about this shit that I'm talking about, it just makes me wonder, if we just really, really connect with people like that. whenever we go to sleep, if something goes on, what I'm saying, it's out of our control, and we're having these adventures, we're having these nightmares, we're having all this, like I said, wet dreams, we're having all these fantasies, we're doing all this shit that we can't possibly do in our physical life because there's so much that we're there's so much out there in the world that we could be doing, but we just can't do it all in one lifetime. That type of thing. And so I've always, always, always wondered if it was possible, to connect with people like that, and if it could be controlled. Because there's been a lot of times when I've had a series, like a dream that continued night after night, month after month, week after week, year after year. I might, be gaps in it, but then I come back to it. And it wouldn't be anything that reminded me of that dream, as far as like I woke up and did whatever I did throughout that day, and it had nothing connected with whatever was going on in that dream, but I ended up continuing the dream. You understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from? So I've always enjoyed my dreams, except for the ones with snakes. I don't like snakes. And I used to think that dreams were omens or something like that, like if I had a nightmare, then I was going to have a bad day, or, if, and then it seemed like I was having nightmares during the time of my life when I was unhappy, what I'm saying, or going through issues as a child and being raised up, what I'm saying, and fucking, just having those days where I just wasn't the happiest camper around. You know what I mean? Going through issues with girlfriends during those times, it's like how they say, certain things will just fuck with you. Just fuck with you mentally, fuck with you emotionally, fuck with you spiritually. And, just, it might, carry it into your dream. You might carry all that shit into your dreams, to your subconscious. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. It's something that I've always thought about. It's something I can't forget. And whenever I was watching the video from Karen Is One Hot Ass Girl, she happens to be the only video blogger that I watch nowadays. Back in the day, like 2007, 2008, I had a whole community of vloggers that I was watching and communicating with and things like that, but things just started getting funky. When I say funky, you had a lot of people that call themselves conscious. They're conscious, they're woke. They're woke to the system, what I'm saying, and they want to get into politics, and it's just like Black Lives Matter before Black Lives Matter. Yeah, folks that were like, come on, black man, come on, black woman, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, and they're champions for our culture type shit, championing, cheering, lobbying for our culture. But things just got too deep, and I didn't want to. I got paranoid. It was like, I didn't want nobody to be looking in on my internet and what I like to watch and label me some shit. And then next thing you know, I got issues with the feds. You know what I mean? So I backed back. And also, in my real life, I had to back off of video blogging because I had some folks living with me, and I didn't want any issues with them accusing me of sharing our business and all that type of bullshit. But Karen had been there since all that time. since around 2007, when I first started seeing her. So anyway, I'll leave her link down in the description box. So anyway, I watch her because she makes a lot of sense. Her day-to-day life also makes a lot of sense too. You know, when I think of a woman that's my color, that's a single parent, you know, you have so many different categories. You got women that are just doing so many different things to survive. But watching her, you know what I'm saying, I'm proud of her, and you know that she's living a life that I love watching, and I love being. It's like if I could be a part of her life, I would, and I try to be, you know, vicariously through video blogging or leaving comments. You know what I'm saying, just on a universal emotional love thing, you know, unconditional love thing. You know, just when you say you love somebody, they can love is stretched out in so many ways. So it's just one of them things where it's like, man, I got a lot of love for her and her children. And if it was something more that I could do, that I would try to do it for them. There was a time when I could do something for them, and I sent them some gifts, and that was like the only time I could do it. But I wish I could have done more. But anyway, say all that to come back and say she had posted a video and was on the topic of dreams. And so, you know, it just reminded me of what I have been thinking about all these years and all the shit that I remember going through, and, you know, with my dreams and the type of dreams that I would have and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm just like, man, I wish there was an answer for what dreams really are about. There's a movie with Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr. It's called Where Dreams May Come, and it deals with death, purgatory, but it also deals with how the spirit moves around, and the different ways that that our spirits can go through a labyrinth. I had a life and death experience, and mine wasn't like a flash, like my life flashed before me, but I went through some shit. And while I was going through, it's like after I woke up and I was coherent, the doctors was telling me that my body was physically going through some shit. And it was like, wow. So my body was going through some shit. I was having these fucked up dreams while my body was going through some shit. So it was just one of those things where I was like, you know, subconsciously, I was still connected to my physical, and my physical was causing, or it was just some strange shit. You know what I mean? So it just increased my curiosity on how dreams work, how the subconscious work, how this universe works. You know, it's like to sit back and see a whole bunch of people on all these different stairways going on in all these different directions, no matter if there was upside down, inverted, all that other kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Gravity didn't have its limitations in this place that I was at. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had a destination to go to. And my dreams went further than that. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even say if it was my dreams. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was just my spirit, period, going through some shit. You know what I mean? So life has so many things going on with it that's unexplained. You know what I mean? I don't believe science when it says, man come from this or man come from that, because until we can get a time machine and really actually go back and see, then it's pure speculation. It's just pure speculation. As far as talking about how man came from an organism that came from out of the sea. Like mud puppies. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, for real? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Then they want to go into the Illuminati and talk about blue bloods. And how that explains how man came from reptile. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. It's whatever, man. So anyway, I love the idea of how far a conversation can go when it comes down to dreams, because there's just no answer for it. Out of everything that I've been watching, out of documentaries, there's no answer for it. There's no explanation. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here because I'm gonna end up repeating myself, and I don't want to do that. And as you can see, I've already gone and digressed on different levels, you know what I'm saying? But I wish I was alive whenever they do finally get an answer, if they're able to ever get an answer. I would love to be alive, so that way my curiosities will be answered. Okay, now back to this game right here. Man, you can go to Steam and get this game and play it on your PC, play it on your laptop. You gotta have at least 16 gigs of RAM though. 16 gigs of RAM can allow you to play the game. You know what I'm saying? And your graphics and your memory and all that is going to affect how well you can play the game, how well the graphics is and all that kind of good shit. But it's a beautiful game. You can take your time and get yourself immersed into this world. You can random generate worlds, maps, to where things are just completely different from the last map that you played on. But it's all about survival. If she was hungry, if her character was hungry right about now, all she had to do is break into one of them houses. Sometimes the doors are locked, sometimes the doors are not locked. And you search through the cabinets. Search through hidden spots that's in the floorboards or in the wall panels. Then look for food and water. You know what I'm saying? You can find cooked food, which is strange, you know what I mean? Because in a world like this, you would eat some food that was already cooked. But there's a lot of canned foods, and you can kill rabbits, chickens, wolves, coyotes, bears, and deers to get fresh meat. You can also use their skins for a lot of different projects that you might need to craft. So I mean, the game is gorgeous. I love the sunrises, I love the sunsets. But it's just one of them things where I can really take my time and play. I got a nerve condition, and there's a lot of times when I get myself in situations where my nerves fuck with me and I might end up dying or something. But then there's a lot of times when I have to really think ahead of what I'm doing, so in that way I won't put myself in a situation like that. Or I just pause the game. You know what I'm saying? Go through my little spasm or whatever the fuck, and whenever I calm down, unpause the game and get back to it, get to kill me some zombies. But as you're looking at this game, or as you were watching this game, you have all these different neighborhoods, Right now with this upgrade, their cities looks beautiful, gorgeous. You have downtown cities, you have industrial parts of the city, you have the farm, the outskirts of the cities have a lot of farms and things like that. So you have your rural, you have your suburban, have your cul-de-sacs, you have your stores, you know what I'm saying? You have your coffee shops, you have your gentlemen's clubs, you have hair salons, laundromats. You got all kind of things that you would find in the real world inside this game, and you go inside these places to get all the resources and supplies that you possibly need. I love this game. I really do. It's all kind of different weapons that you can use. You know what I'm saying? It's a hell of a game, man. Like I said, it's nice and cheap, and when you buy the game, it's yours, and you can play on it at any type of level that you want to play on. You know, they're adding more and more shit to the game. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out the same year that this game came out of, but the updates and upgrades that they did on Grand Theft Auto 5 is kind of like the game is still glitchy here and there, and people had to use the platform on 5M and create their own type of world, their own type of gameplay, just to continue to enjoy the game. So it's like with this right here, with the random generated worlds, you can get yourself in a new place, in a new world, on a new map at any given time. You can play up to 1,000 days. You know what I'm saying? You can play for as long as you want to. It don't have an end game to it. You create your own adventure to this shit. So it's a great fucking game, man. Anyway, 7 Days to Die, Dreams, all this kind of good shit. All I want to do is promote some peace and harmony, and if I can help anybody find something to calm them down, you know, give them something to entertain themselves with, I'm gonna try to. You know what I mean? I like to entertain people, and I like to, you know, if anybody's watching my videos, I like to give them different ways of entertaining themselves, or different ways of thinking about things. You know, I don't want to push any bullshit into anybody's thoughts. You know what I mean? And I have one disclaimer. I'm not the smartest person, but I'm not the dumbest person. There's things that I have researched, and there's things that I still need to research. What I need people to do is question everything that I'm talking about. Research the things that I'm talking about. Form their own opinions. And the most important thing, share their opinion with someone else. You never know when someone's thinking about the same shit that you're thinking about. They just don't have anyone to talk to about it. And I understand how it's fucked up to feel like you're all alone when there's a lot of people around you. You know what I'm saying? You can have family members around you. You can be amongst friends. But if they're not thinking on the same shit that you're thinking of, then they might consider you the weirdo. You know what I mean? Or you might consider them the weirdo. So it's nice to be around people that you're like-minded with. You know what I mean? That you share some of the same thoughts about. That's why I'm asking folks to think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Get your thoughts together and share it with other people. You know what I mean? We're in this world together. You know what I mean? We can be in our own communities or whatever, but there's good chances that we're going to step out of our community, and you just never know how many times we're going to run across people that we can be comfortable with. You just got to take a chance sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here, man. I want you to have a good day, a good night, a good morning. Alright? Peace. Oh, the things that you're seeing with this, like I said, she's adjusting the settings to the game to make things, you know, to make the game run smoother for herself. And you can do this in with the game that you get. It's a very unique game. It's like Minecraft on crack. You know what I'm saying? It's a very adult-based Minecraft. You know what I mean? It's a really cool ass game. You can play with it, play with it with an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller, or you can use mouse and keyboard. It's a wonderful game, man. You remember that movie I Am Legend with Will Smith? You can kind of play with it like that. I wish they had it to where you can turn the zombies off during the day to where they only come out at night. Now that would be cool as fuck. But anyway, it's a lot like I Am Legend. You remember how he had his house secured, and he had all of his provisions in the house, and he was able to eat and chill and live comfortably, and he kept leaving out the house just to see if there's any other survivors out there. Yeah, you can play like that on this game. You know what I'm saying? It's cool as fuck. Turn the zombies off and on, things like that. I think if you didn't want them to come on during the day, then you could turn them off, and then as the nighttime starts approaching, you can log out the game, go back to your settings, and have them to where they respawn. So you can play with it any kind of way that you want to play. The game is cool as fuck. Anyway, check out other videos of other people playing it. All you gotta do is type in 7, the number 7, and then days to die. The words days to die, 7 days to die. And you'll come across a whole community of people who play the game, talk about the game. Right now we're in Alpha 20. It just came out this weekend. This is the weekend of, I think this is December 5th. Yeah, this is December 5th. But anyway, I also have a playlist of, it's called 7 Days to Die, Alpha 20, First Looks. And it's a bunch of these gamers who got the game first so they can test it out. So yeah, check it out, man. Anyway, look up some information on dreams and the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? And our spirits. You know what I'm saying? Where do we go to? Where do we drift off to? You know what I'm saying? How are we able to be in so many places, meet so many people, have so many adventures when we fall asleep? It's deep. This shit's deep in the motherfucker. Anyway, peace.